Hello and welcome to part 5 of the unnecessary guide to Elden Ring. I'm Merc and thank you for tuning in. We got a lot to do today. There's another catacomb sort of area, Hero's Grave, that we haven't gone to yet because we didn't have the stone sword keys for it. And there's a couple of story lines that we need to add to that I forgot to do. Whoopsie. And also, we're going to be going over to Liurnia. Oh, and hunting a bunch of bosses, so I'll probably be dying a lot and fast-forwarding. So some of them are kind of nasty. And also, in my test account, like, I was playing around, and it's kind of silly, I realized, to be using a fast-slashing weapon and then also not be using a light load, because you swing about 10% faster when you're using a light load. So we're gonna try that, and I might comically die, but you know, it's worth a try. So I'm just gonna take off my armor. Did I forget to pick up the commoner's simple garb? I did. Oh no. Oh well, I'll use cloth garb. So light load is you need 30% or less of your, less than 30% rather, of your equip load. So we have that here. And then also with the light load, the Blue Dancer Charm makes a significant difference. You see, as I get 18 points of attack on my armament just from that. So that's what we're going to try. And I also want to get a longbow and actually upgrade it too, because I do want to use a bow more. It's really sad that this is the best armor I have like this. That's okay though, we're gonna keep raising our stamina and we'll eventually be able to wear real armor. But in the meantime, we just have to fast roll. Woo! Alright, so let's go. How many runes do I have, first of all? Oh, that's plenty. Let's go to the... Let's hit the right button and go to the Roundtable hold. So I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna talk to Twin Maiden Husks, which is where I can buy the longbow from. I'm also gonna go ahead and buy a stone sword key, because there's an upcoming dungeon where I will need an extra one on. It's only 1200 runes, so that's acquired now. Equip that and then see if I can get it go upgraded. Boom.
Have mercy and grant me forgiveness. The road is yet long, a god is not easily felled. But one day without fail you will have your wish. So please grant me forgiveness, Queen Marika.
Hey dude.
You is it? I didn't notice you there. I'll be doing my job, same as ever. Just lay out your arms. Those words were not meant for you. I may be prisoner to you, tarnished lot, but my prayers are mine, and mine alone. Well, I've had my say. I'll be more careful too.
Only private prayers. Oh yeah, I have so many smithing stones. Look at this. Wow. Okay, and I need more twos, which I will be getting over here in Liurnia as soon as I go over there. And while we're here too, I can go ahead and talk to D really fast. Or not D. Actually, yes, D, because I think D has some stuff for me to say.
Hello. You've been busy weeding Deathroot, I take it. I thank you, as your brother in arms. So what can I do?
I like how the curve of my shamshir like matches him.
Are you acquainted with a man named Roger? You know, the piteous fellow hiding away on the balcony. He was a formidable spellblade in times past. Don't let his easy air deceive you. He was wise beyond his years, stout of heart and clear of mind. No more, though. You see him now, ravaged by thorns, muttering and rambling, like he's half dead already. I can't stomach to watch. Take well the lesson, friend. That's how you end up when seduced by those who live in death. When grace is sullied, it rots people from the inside. Breaks them.
I'm not sure if that's what happened, Dee, but whatever. Let's talk to Roger.
Always good to see you safe. So, what do you need? The misshapen corpse under Stormveil. That is a sacred relic of the Black Knives plot, as that famed night of assassination is known. It happened during the golden age of the Erdtree, long before the shattering of the Elden Ring. Someone stole a fragment of the Rune of Death from Malekith, the Black Blade, and on a bitter night, murdered Godwyn the Golden. That was the first recorded death of a demigod in all history, and it became the catalyst. Soon, the Elden Ring was smashed, and thus sprang forth the war known as the Shattering. I once wished to become a scholar, you see. I've spent many an hour scouring the archives for knowledge of that fateful plot. The world has grown crooked, and if you intend to put it to rights, you'd better understand what happened to make it this way.
He's very wise.
That thing is to blame for the shape I'm in now. I urge the utmost caution. Don't disturb the corpse more than necessary.
Okay. And I also, back in part 1, we met Bach, and you went to the coastal cave, and I totally forgot to talk to Bach afterward. So let's go do that real fast.
Oh. What are you doing here? You must leave this place at once. They'll rush in and beat you to a pulp. You'll end up just like me.
Poor guy's just been lying here in pain for days.
What I think is, you got it back for me. My sewing needle.
This was dropped by the boss of Coastal Cave, if you remember.
What made you go and do a thing like that? My mum was a seamstress, and that sewing kit was all I had to remember her by. I always wanted to be just like sweet old mum. Then I suppose I can't just curl up and die, can I?
No, you cannot. You must live. Okay. And we also forgot to go back to Kenneth Height and talk to him at his fort. So let's go do that real fast. Instead of the rats and the commoners from earlier, now we just have some demi-humans in here. Don't worry, Kenneth Height won't mind if we murder them. And he's just up at the top of the fort where you fought the knight earlier.
Ah, you, is it? I suppose you must have seen it by now, yes. The sorry state of my fort.
It's not that bad,
It is
dude.
a foul fate for a land to be without a ruler. One must be found, with haste, and not that awful Godric. but a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave. I'm sorry to have lifted your hopes, but I haven't the authority to raise you to knighthood as things stand. The great Kenneth Height issues his sincerest apology. But now, I must begin my search post-haste for a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave.
I think that's all he says, yeah. Okay. Okay, and then one more thing. We picked up a painting when we were in Stormhill Castle. And we can go collect that, the prophecy painting. So this one, you'll notice there's like a waterfall coming out of a cliff, and you can see a castle above it, and then also in the background there is an Erdtree, a minor Erdtree. So this is actually, the castle that you see in this picture is Stormhill Castle. The waterfall is coming from the stranded graveyard that we first came into, so it's actually right over here by the Church of Pilgrimage. Directly north, I want to say. If you have trouble finding it, you know, just line up your guy. There we go. These are right there. And you get the Warhawk ashes from that. What ashes do I have equipped, actually? Probably they're still the Godric soldiers. Yeah. That's fine. Alright, let's go finally do the Fringefolk hero's grave now that we have stone sword keys. So for that, we're gonna be going back to the stranded graveyard. This place can be kind of rough. So there might be a lot of comical fast forwarding happening if I die a lot, but it's quite the gauntlet. Like all of these hero graves, there's one on almost every continent, and they are all kind of built to be little gauntlets, little challenges. Sometimes you have to puzzle your way out through. So we've opened the door with the 2 stone sword keys. There's a brief little poison area that you want to sprint through here. I think I can make it without getting poisoned. Yes, I did. Alright, and then don't sprint anymore, because here is a big old chariot, and if you stand too close to it, it pretty much instantly kills you. You can survive it if you've got enough hit points, but I don't. So you can hide out in these little areas here. I'm gonna sprint past there. There's some spirits in here. Oh shit. Okay. I could not make that run. That's a good first lesson here. We're off to a great start. Alright, I know you can drop off that one to the right there, but he will follow you down. Oh, there he is. Fuck, he did that way faster than I expected. Sometimes you can get him to loop back up, and I was kind of hoping he would do that. Okay, that time we made it safely. And there he is. He's finally come back around for us. I'm just gonna run out there and grab my runes really fast. Then hopefully I can make it to this next alcove before he comes by. Yes. Alright, and then here the path thins, you'll notice there's nothing on the sides and there's an item in the middle. That's a bait, that's a trap. You want to go down here and take this drop. Right to the left side there. Or the right side would work too. And then watch out, there's going to be some imps down here. This fire trap will raise up every time you die, which is very annoying. And also, it won't hit you until you go down there, so it's easy to miss and get blown up by. See how much better the range is on that? It's so good. Imp hiding in this alcove here. And then over here, this room to the north, past the fire trap, it has some more imps in it with a little bit of an ambush, but there's a couple of lightning greases, and those are pretty rare at this point in the game, so I want to go ahead and get those. If you have a build where you're not using greases at all, though, that's all that's in here, so you don't have to worry about it. And it's only 2 imps, so it's really not that bad, although those guys do a lot of posture damage. Oh, but he dropped his head. How nice. Too bad I decided to do a light load thing, so I can't use it. The imp heads are actually really decent little helmets. Alright, this is the part where you might see a lot of comical fast forwarding in the game, but actually, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do here and save myself a lot of trouble? I'm gonna use one of the sacrificial twigs, because I'm almost guaranteed to die before I make it out of here. Because basically you get jumped by 2 grafted scions here. But it's worth it, because the Erdtree's favor, the talisman that's over on the other side, is a very good talisman. So there's one that you can kind of see. One over there above. And then there's another one hiding on the ceiling up here, which you can't really see because of the mist. So what I'm gonna do is run over there and grab it, and I'm gonna try to get out if I can, but if I can't, then at least I don't have to do a fucking backtrack to try to get my runes a million times. So there's that. I'm just gonna leave. I'm not gonna fight him. And there's the second one. What I need to do here is return. Let's see if I can drop down here. There, that's perfect. Okay, I did it. Because that's where you want to go. You want to drop off the side that you enter from and hit this ledge. And then drop further into the sewers. When I did this in my test, I had to go in there like 5 times to get my runes back. So this is an elevator here. And at the top of this elevator, there is going to be a spirit fight that's a little difficult. It's a banished knight spirit. Actually, I'm going to try the buckler. If I can parry him. But I'm also going to send the ladder back in case I need to come back. He's going to be over here on your left. Oh, I was like stuck because I had no poise. Don't get hit by that. This time I'm gonna pick up that stone sword key. I want my runes. Fuck off. Fuck. Okay, I got my runes. That's all that matters. We love the buckler, folks. I can just backstab him. I don't think that one was parryable. Okay, now we can deal with this pesky chariot. So, you see these pots up here. They will explode when they drop on the ground, and if you can time it so that they drop right when he's passing underneath, you will have a dead chariot. So we're gonna hopefully we get this in the first try. We don't have to reload. There we go. Got him. Alright, he drops the Erdtree Great Bow and then 10 Great Arrows for you, too. The Erdtree Great Bow is just a Great Bow that uses Faith as a scaling, too. So now we don't have to worry about, even if we die, we do not have to worry about this fucker anymore. And we can finally pick up this golden rune 5 that was just sitting on the road here. So then we just pass through. You can tell like how fucking ridiculous it would be to try to run past this guy without killing him. I don't even know how you do this one without killing him on that ledge. But we're gonna go up first to the west here, and as spirits appear, just kill them. You don't want to have too many of them ganging up on you. Or you can just probably swim past them all, honestly. I don't know. You can do whatever you want. This is a good guide. Oh my god. This is why poise matters, people. Do not let yourself get chain kicked to death by an exile soldier. No, no chain kicking me. Okay, we're just gonna continue up, and there is another banished knight exile soldier guy in here that we're hopefully just gonna get on the first try. He does drop something, so you want to be able to kill him. Yeah, that was bad timing. Oh my god. There we go. We finally got one in. Ah, fuck, fire. I forgot he does fire. Oh, this is gonna be a very comical part of this walkthrough where I reveal how bad I am at the game. So you can sprint past them unless one keeps up with you, because they will just warp to you and interrupt your fight. So we're gonna murder this man, and then we're gonna go back to killing this guy. This time we simply remember that he shoots fire out of him. That's one of the dragon abilities too that you can learn by trading the dragon hearts. I lived, bitch. Ow! Okay. And then he drops the Dragon Communion Scale, which, we talked about how the, Beast Claw Steel scales with Strength. The Dragon Communion Seal scales with Arcane. So if you're doing an Arcane build, it's a necessity. Alright, now that we've got that, we can go down and finally fight the boss. And I'm gonna stop and kill these guys because there's a big ambush right outside the boss door, and I just want to have the numbers thinned as much as possible before going in there. Here we go. Here's the gang. And there we go. Alright, so I'm going to take off the Assassin's Crimson Dagger, and I'm actually going to put on the Erdtree Talisman, or Erdtree Talisman, that boosts Holy Damage Negation, because we are going to be fighting another one of these fucking worm fuckers. So I'm going to fire up my sword again, which I should have done before walking in. And that's his grab move. He'll wind it up by doing that big pull away from you first. Follows that up with a holy spray. I'm not even hitting him. Like, come back here. Got a little greedy with my swings. Alright, now he's using an explosion. I think I can roll away from this. I could not. That would definitely have killed me, because he will now add holy damage to his attack when he does that grab too, so it's like basically an instant death. Fuck. I'm out of flasks now, so I have to be extra careful. Although I think I have some healing on my Wondrous Flask, which I should use. I do not remember what I put on that flask, but it was not healing. Doing his grab. Did not get it. No, he was one. He was one. I was gonna throw a fire pod at him. Alright, well at least we have a America statue right outside the door. I can't remember, I think that wasn't in the game at launch, and people really complained about this fight. I could be making that up though, I don't remember. It's definitely here now, so that's all that matters. I wish I did have a grace though, so I could see what I put in this stupid flask. But I should be good now because I had to use a few just to get here before. Got 5 of those equipped. Yeah, this is good. I got this. I got this. I'm gonna fire up my sword before I walk in this time though. Alright, he's gonna definitely do the holy thing after this, so I'm gonna run away. Oh, he didn't. He almost always does that right at 50%, so that's surprising. Maybe I threw him off just because I staggered him. Oops. Gets him pretty close. Just gotta get a couple more hits in on him, and we're good. He drops a golden seed and then the banished knight Oleg Ashes. So that is the end of the Fringefolk hero's grave. Next, we're going to be doing some boss fighting, and I've already died enough in this fucking chapter, but I'm probably going to die quite a bit more to the next one because we're going to be doing the Bell-bearing Hunter. I hate these guys. These are probably the hardest mini-boss in the game for me. So bear with me. I'll just fast forward if I die a bunch until I get the winning one. But going light is going to help me with this because he does so much damage with single hits that I basically can't get hit by him. I think I can survive maybe one hit, but he also attacks very quickly, so it's hard to get the recovery chance to actually heal. But I'll talk about baiting out a move that lets you heal from him. See what I can mix up. Oh, it restores half of it. I actually want the Crimson Burst. And the Opaline Bubble Tear, because that'll give me one good hit reduction. What else should I equip here? I can do the Assassin's Crimson Dagger. He is very weak to crits. The only problem is you have to parry him twice to stagger him. So I think I'd rather do the Blue Feathered Branch Sword. Oh yeah, and I should level up. Okay, so this guy is, he's hard to find just because of the way he shows up is really difficult. Like, some of the night bosses, you know, you just walk through the field and suddenly you see a knight's cavalry. The bell-bearing hunters are a little sneakier. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna pass time until night. And you'll notice when you get up from the Grace that you still just have Bernal here. Everything's normal. So what you want to do is rest to the side of Grace again. And then... Oh, shit. You have to buy something for Bernal first. I forgot.
There you are.
Alright, so first we're going to buy something from Bernal. What should we buy from Bernal? Let's get Quick Step.
Well,
Thank you, Bernal. Okay. Now that we've bought something from him, the Bell-bearing Hunter can show up. So now you'll notice that Bernal is gone, and we walk into the hut, and it's this fucker. And so what I want to do here is I really want to stay close to him the whole time. See, he's already almost killed me, so I'm going to try to bait out the move that recovers. Oh, that's not it. That's what you want to avoid, and that's why you want to kind of stick by him. When you stand behind him, you can kind of bait out this, he hits the ground with his shield to try to get you. And he has the slowest recovery from that, so that's the best time to heal from. And because this is a night boss, we have to pass the time until nightfall every time. And I'm just gonna fast forward until I get a winning run, so enjoy this montage of me dying, probably. I need to be baiting him out of the house. I forgot about that. It's too cramped in there to fight him. There we go. But yeah, that was my issue. And also, like, with the test account, I'll play it shortly before I film these, but I tried killing this guy a long time ago in that, and I was like, okay, he's too tough, I can't do him right now. But I did succeed in killing him, so it's been a while since I practiced. But now, now we've got it. It's fine. It's all good and done. And he drops the, Bone Peddler's Bell Bearing, which if you give that to the Twin Maiden husks in the Roundtable hold, you can then buy thin and hefty beast bones, which is very nice if you want to craft your own arrows. Got so much stuff now. Alright, let's see. Who's next on our list of guys? Well, it's still nighttime, so I'm going to go ahead and jump down to the Weeping Peninsula. This guy should be much easier, I hope. Because here we're just going to be fighting our old friend, the Knight's Cavalry. So instead of the blue-feathered branch sword, I'm going to put on the Lance Talisman because that gives you extra attack when you're on horseback. And he's right at the Castle Morn ramparts, too. Watch out though, this guy does cause bleed buildup with his flails. So if your gauge starts to get too high, just back off for a bit. Also, I ran out of stamina, so I'm gonna back off and let it restore so I can dash away from him. And there he's off with horse, so I'm gonna go fight him by hand. Oh, there's my blood loss. Yeah, he's summoning his horse back, so I'm gonna get back on my horse too. There he goes. And then I think it's still early enough. Yeah, it's definitely still early enough. So we got the Barricade Shield, Ash of War, and the Night Rider Flail. And it's still early enough that we can go get the Deathbird that's nearby here. He's going to be this way. Let me show you on the map. Between this cliff and the wall. So I'm going the wrong way, actually. Let's use the Prince of Death Pustule just in case Because this guy does cause death blight buildup, which usually isn't a problem, but we'll just do this in case. Like the other one, he appears on the big ruins. There's also a bunch of bats nearby, but he'll tend to kill them for you, so it's not a huge issue. Get off the horse. You gently step off the horse. Oh, I just missed the range on that poker. Remember that he takes extra damage in his head. It can be hard to hit his head, though. Okay, I really need to heal here. Roll here. Oh, I didn't. That is not fair. It like scooped me up. Alright, I have enough hit points so that I survived that somehow. This is where he tries to death blight build up on you. There we go. Ugh. Oh, it's stressful. Okay. So that's all our night bosses done for Limgrave. Oh, and he drops the sacrificial axe. So next we're going to take care of the Evergaol bosses. So you recall we skipped this Evergaol earlier. I'm going to head back there up to Stormhill. And I'm going to go ahead and put my Assassin's Crimson Dagger back on. Because this is another Crucible night. And I'm going to just get him by... The map took a second to load there. I was like, wait a minute, didn't I get this map? So I'm going to get him by parrying again, just like I did with the one in Stormvale Castle. We're going to be on the west side of the road here. This moveset is exactly the same as the one in the castle. Hopefully we can just clown on him repeatedly. Nope. Oops. Okay, he's doing his holy dash thing. He's gonna get his wings. He's gonna do his dash. And now I have to be careful because when he does his stompy move, instead of doing a sword move afterwards, he's likely to use that tail attack. That can't be parried. Oop. use the big tail move probably. Nope. Oh, I cannot believe I missed those. You're understanding now why I was so surprised that I beat the one in the castle on the first try. I love when he stands back up and does the same easy to parry move over and over again. I'm off my game this morning too, by the way. I'm sorry. It's kind of embarrassing. But he drops the aspects of the Crucible tail, so you too can have your own giant fuck-off tail. Alright, we have one more boss to go, and then we can finally go to Liurnia. And that is going to be this Evergaol over here. Weeping Peninsula. This guy is fortunately not as difficult. But you do need a stone sword key to open this one too, so keep that in mind. And I'm not going to bother with trying to parry this guy. But I will bother with my Wondrous Physic Flask. This thing is great. Use your Wondrous Physic Flask. Just gonna back off to heal. He will start doing ice attacks at about 50% too. Which is a good surprise the first time you fight them, but you get very used to it with these guys. See, when he crouches down like this, you want to back up because he's going to do an AoE after it a lot of times too. There's that. When he holds his hand up in the air like, here I go. And then he's going to also blow ice on the ground. That will do damage to you very quickly. Ah, goddammit. The thing about the Evergaol fights is that it doesn't matter too much if you die, because usually there's a stake of Marika right next to him, so you respawn right away. You can pick up your runes without any risk of losing them. It's just like, here's the fight, we're gonna do this over and over again until we win. And honestly, most of them are not very hard. Early on in the game, they're gonna be harder, and that Crucible Knight is the fucking hardest, probably. Well, no, that's not true. There's one in late game that's the hardest, but we'll get to that much, much, much later. Weird. Oh, I forgot to drink my flask anyway. Mr. Icy Sword. I'm just gonna wail on him. Okay, he's gonna do the AoE. There we go. See, he's not so bad. And he drops the Radagon Scar Seal, which is kind of an amazing talisman, and I'll show you after this game loads me back out of here. The Scar Seals and the Source Seals give you incredible stat increases. Like, let me show you where we're at now. That's where we're at now. You see how much those numbers go up just all around? But the problem is that you also, like, take severe damage negation penalties. So kind of like the Scarab hats. So if you're trying to, like, not be hit by anything in the game, they're great. But if you're going to be hit and you know you're going to be hit, just don't even bother. It's just not worth it. You just are going to take so much more damage with these. And especially since I'm doing a light build, I cannot get away with that at all. So that's all the bosses of Limgrave. We finished all the world bosses. We can finally go to Liurnia. So to go to Liurnia, I'm going to head back to Stormhill Castle. That grace where Godric was. Gotta spend my runes. And I kind of wonder if I can switch this now to quality and have it be more damage. Let's see. So 151.68 is 119, and then 125.92 is is that more or the same or what? I can't do math in my head. I think it's more. Let's go for it. And I also put Quick Step on there too, because I'm more likely to actually use that than Storm Stomp. I think that's right. Like I think it's 1 point less than where it was, so that's fine for now, because as we go further up and increase the sword scaling, it's gonna get even better. Anyway, we want to run up ahead to this tower up here. Hello, Gastok. Finally, a throne room. So take the left-hand path. There's nothing in the right-hand path. This will lead you down, down, down. There's a ladder hiding at the end here, so you don't have to drop. As you'll notice, straight ahead of you on the ladder is a little spirit guy. Maiden, dear maiden, where are you? Please take my grapes. And then we get a Shabriri grape. So do you remember the yellow embers from when we went to Weeping Peninsula? This is a yellowing, oozing eyeball of the infirm. The surface is shriveled and the inside is squishy, not unlike a large, overly ripe grape. Give to the blind maiden to guide her to the distant light. That's wonderful. I'm gonna turn off my lantern here as we get ready for a nice vista. We have finally arrived to the Liurnia of the Lakes. So straight ahead there is Liurnia Academy. We're not going to be going there in this chapter, but we will be in next chapter. We've got a bunch of other places to go, so let's get to it. Right away you see this grace over here, and there's a lady in front of it.
Hello? Is someone there?
Now you might notice
Hayata, and I'm journeying in search of the distant light.
she sounds and looks
So bold as to ask,
very familiar.
Would you donate any Shabriri grapes in your possession to me? My eyesight has been weak since birth, you see. I can't tell which way I'm supposed to go next, but when I eat one of those grapes, I can feel a distant light in the back of my eyes. It will lead me to my true duty as a finger maiden.
So she wants to eat some
Many thanks
eyeballs
to you. Now
so that
I
she
can
can go
feel
be
the
a finger
distant light
maiden.
once more.
And
You
yes,
are
she
most kind indeed.
is the
May
same.
the blessing of the fingers be upon you.
Shut up, Hayata, I'm trying to talk. She gives you the as you wish emote. So she's the same voice and model of Arena, who died on Weeping Peninsula. So to remember that. I'm gonna rest of this grace real fast, and that's gonna make I thought I already discovered the grace. And that's gonna make Buck appear. Our old friend the Buck.
Good to see you, Master. Do you remember me? Bok, the demi-human.
Oh, of course,
You
Buck.
helped me before and retrieved my sewing needle. Please, Master, allow me to serve you as your seamster. I can't make nothing from scratch, but I'm happy to make adjustments to your garments. Master, I was wondering, do you ever make adjustments to your garb yourself? I would, well, rather you let me do the job when possible, please. I don't ask anything in return, you know, and, well, I am your personal seamster after all.
I don't think it matters if you do it yourself or not. And you notice we don't have any garments that can actually be altered. All he can really do is like add or remove capes to armor. Like that's it.
Please.
It's any concept, I guess. And lore-wise, it makes sense because like you're finding a lot of armor on the ground and it has to fit you somehow, right? So it's getting tailored. But functionally, it doesn't really do much. But it makes Bach feel important, so if you have anything you want to add or remove a cape from, you let him do it. So we go over to the Church of Erith. You'll notice there's no grace in this church, but we do get a sacred tier. And there's an NPC right over here.
You're tarnished, aren't you? Then perhaps you could spare some runes. Believe it or not, I studied glintstone sorceries at the Academy of Rea Lucaria. For a small donation, I'd be happy to share my knowledge.
He literally wants 10 runes. Just don't be stingy and give them to him.
You're a true saint. My name is Topes. Presuming you're interested, I can teach you sorceries as promised. Only none of them are particularly great. Apologies, friend. I'm afraid my meager sorceries are no match for your generosity. Oh, right. I can tell you what I know about this place. That should help a bit. You've seen that structure to the north, towering over the water. That's the Academy of Rea Lucaria, where we study glintstone sorceries. Only its doors have been closed for quite some time now. After they declared they wouldn't interfere with the shattering, the Academy cast repelling seals on the east gate leading to the capital, and the south gate leading here. As you might have guessed, the seals are still active, making entry to the Academy impossible without a glintstone key. And so I'm stuck here. A fledgling sorcerer with little chance of acquiring a key. When they cast the seals, I'd just popped out. And now I'm uprooted from my place of learning. Why not find yourself a glintstone key? Without one, you can't pass through the Academy, and you'll never reach the Erdtree capital. And if you find an extra glintstone key, perhaps, once you've tied up all your loose ends, and I can be very patient, would you consider donating it to me? I know it. I'm a bluntstone. Nary a hint of talent for sorcery, but still, my place is at the Academy.
He just wants to go
You've
home.
taken an apprenticeship with Selen. Well, that is something. Selen was well known. The most promising sorceress in the history of the Academy. I followed her at school. But there may as well have been an ocean between us. But Selen was expelled from the Academy, accused of unthinkable treatment of certain sorcerers, under the name of the Graven Witch. I still don't believe the accusations. The illustrious Selen would never do such things.
Alright, that was Topes. Nice to meet you, Topes. Over here near the church, there's a little graveyard. There's a pickup that we want to grab over here. And that's the Academy Scroll, so you can give that to either Selen or Topes and learn some additional magic from them. I'm gonna head down here, and there is a soldier encampment ahead of us. So what do I have equipped? Okay, that'll be fine. This is also a great place to start equipping the Spelldrake Talisman that we got from Weeping Peninsula, because a lot of things on this continent, this area, whatever you want to call it, do magic damage, and that's a big help. Over here we get the Glintstone and Craftsman's Cookbook 1. Or just soldier real fast. He wasn't paying attention as all of his friends died. And there's also hiding in this tent 6 smoldering butterflies. Move on now. Got the cuckoo glintstone for us, how nice. Hey, what did that guy drop? Oh, a straight sword. So down here we've got another grace, and there's a merchant right by it. If for some reason you didn't pick up the lantern in Weeping Peninsula, this guy also sells lanterns. You really need to have a lantern though, so pick it up from one of them.
You're new around here. Surprised you found me in my little nook. No matter, no matter.
It's a little nook.
Your money's as good as anyone else's. Why don't you take a look at my wares? Oh, but don't ask me how I got my hands on them, eh?
And he'll also sell a Nomadic Warriors Cookbook 11, which lets you craft crystal darts, spellproof livers, and shatter shard arrows. This is an important one because you want the crystal darts. Those will come in very handy in a few fights later. And then you'll notice there's an item above him too. You can jump up there with Torrent. Carefully. A double jump here and then a single jump here. And then that's another sacrificial twig right there. So if we're gonna go grab the map real fast, it's right here. Guys hit much harder when you don't have armor on. So there's our map. Ooh, it's still aggroing me. And now we can see all of beautiful eastern Liurnia. We're not doing all of this today, we're just going to be doing the southern part down here. But first we're going to head over to these ruins right over here. You want to be careful in this area too, because you'll notice the giant prawn walking around. Those guys are vicious, and they do have a ranged attack that will knock you right off your horse and kill you. We're going to do our best to avoid them, but I might die to them a few times as I run around gathering loot. So you'll see Hyetta has made her way down here. But we don't have any Shaburu grapes yet, so we're going to go up. You'll notice a spirit sitting here in front of this part of the ruins. Come out one and all from the darkness underground, and let us offer unto the maiden our eyes. So that's your hint that there's a Shaburi grape nearby. That's the last hint you get, I think, too. Oh, and I forgot to mention, and this is also an important thing to point out, not only does Hyetta look and sound exactly like Irina, she will not appear unless you have done the Irina quest where Irina dies. So I think it's a pretty good hint that that is actually the corpse of Irina there. I'm just gonna swing my sword at these guys forever until they die. Over here we have 4 Kugu glintstones on that corpse. The cellar in this ruins is hidden. It's right here behind these boards. And I believe there's no boss. It just goes right to the treasure chest. Yeah, right to the treasure chest. Which is the 2 Fingers Heirloom, which raises your faith by 5 points. And then a sugar grape. How convenient. I know just who to give this to. There's also another part of the ruins, like up here, where you can get 5 mushrooms. So I'm gonna run back and give Hayata her grape. Lady's gotta eat her eyeballs. Where's she? There she is.
Hello? Would you donate? I'm on a pilgrim when I eat. You're not like the others who give me grapes, are you? They rest their trembling hands upon me. Howling wordlessly, they gently stroke my eyes. Their frail fingers, emaciated. Yet still, they give me the grapes. But you seem somehow firmer. You are most kind indeed. May the blessing of the fingers be upon you.
Alright, see you later, Hayata. Next, I'm gonna head up here. There's a tower up here where we want to pick up some stuff. I believe there's a grace right here. Yeah, grace right on the road. Let's go ahead and grab that. So there's a bunch of spirits having a battle over here. You'll see there's some soldiers fighting out, and as you come closer, more tend to be summoned, including a troll that appears down at the bottom. I'm just gonna run past all that up to the tower. And you want to just really run, like get on the horse and sprint, because there is going to be a mage casting pretty powerful spells at you up there. We're just going to skip past all of these summoned spirits and go murder him. But in the chest right here, you will find the Glintstone Craftsman's Cookbook 3. Don't worry about 2, we'll get that in a minute. He will survive that fall. No, he didn't. He didn't. Sometimes he does. It's very annoying. We gotta know. And then the Carrion Glint Blade staff is up here. And that's a staff that increases the potency of Carrion Glint sword magic. Or Glint Blade magic, I guess you could just say. But there's like a few spells that'll enhance the power of. Ow. Don't worry, all these summons are still here for you. I'm gonna skip the rest of these because this is silly. But down here in the field, there is a weapon that you can pick up too, the pike. That's going to be right over here on the eastern side of the battlefield. Oh, not the pike, the lucerne. Pike was elsewhere. Oh, that was the courtyard in Stormhill Castle. That's right, that's right. And you'll notice over here there is a lovely catacomb statue. It seems to be pointing straight down at the ground, but if you check the map, you can notice there's actually a cliff that sneaks down here. So we're gonna hop on the horse and take that down. On the way there, we are gonna run into some enemies we haven't seen before, and those are vulgar militiamen. They like to do bleeding damage. They like to jump on your head and do crits, and they like to cast a lot of mist, so they're hard to see. They'll also put poison cantrips or caltrops on the ground. I'm just gonna run past them though. There's those caltrops. As you can see, there is a corpse over here with a somber smithing stone 2 and chair. I'm gonna murder this guy because he's following me. And that catacomb is right over here, hiding along the cliffside wall. Did I pass it? Might have passed it. You really need a light to see it because it's very shadowed. That's further up. I saw someone complaining recently that when they first, when the game first came out, they bounced off of it because they got to Liurnia and there was like nothing in it compared to Limgrave. But it's not honestly true. Like there's the same amount of dungeons. They're just much more hidden when you get to Liurnia. Okay, this is kind of a rougher catacomb than one we've been in before. I'm gonna go ahead and re-equip my Beast Crest Heater Shield, just for the 100% physical guard boost, because we do have a lot of imps to deal with. You'll notice we passed a flower on the way back up there, so I'm gonna hop back on the elevator, go up, and just jump off to this ledge. This is a pretty common feature in catacombs. There's one hiding on the right side there, yeah. We got some root resin over there. You can use that to craft shield grease, which is always good to have. You can kind of faintly hear some odd laughing ahead. Those are omens. That's the laughter of omens. There are several omens in this place, and some of them we might have to fight, so be wary. You can see that statue that indicates the lever is straight ahead, but these stairs go down. See, there's an omen down in the pit, and they're recommending that you shoot him with projectiles, but that's cowardly. This place is also trapped. You notice these large raised stones on the floor. They will shoot magic darts at you. You can use that to kill the imps, which is great. It's very funny. Let's do that right now, in fact. Just get out of the way first. Alright, so up ahead we start actually encountering these omens. This one's just sleeping over here. I'm just gonna try to sneak past him and get that flower. Flower acquired. We're gonna not disturb his slumber. And then as you go up the stairs, another one is going to appear, but he's not going to look directly at you. He's just going to go past you and stand in front of a rune arc. So we will have to deal with that in a bit. But first I'm going to open this stone sword key door. I recommend if you're exploring and you don't have enough stone sword keys, just mark it on your map that you need to come back later with some marking that you can remember. Because you are going to run into that a few times. So we get the Nox Mirror Helm here. That's why I bought that one already. Why is he standing out here now? Does he see me? Oh, I think he sees me. Alright, I guess we're fighting him. Easy. And also there's some imps up there that throw magic pots at you when you walk by. So. Get that rune arc. Ow, gonna get hit with that. And there should be a bunch of imps that surprise you here. Like there's one right there. I see there's one standing up there. You can get these guys with this trap. You have to be careful to stand to the side where it goes. Whoa, and we almost got a knot. Get my flowers. You'll notice we've accidentally gone above where the switch is, so oops. That's okay. We're gonna deal with a lot of imps first. There's that one that was hanging from the ceiling. There's another one that's right here, hanging from the wall down here. Goodbye to him. I think he lived. That's annoying. And over here with the Golden Rune 3 and a Grave Clovewort 3. And then this one's a little tricky too. You see there's 3 imps. I think there's more hiding around the corners over here. But we do have a trap, so I'm gonna try to lure them into the trap and not die myself. There's those 2 down. Guess there were no behind the walls, just the one on the ceiling up here. So we can just murder him very easily. And pick up our scythe. So we're just gonna drop back down here now onto the stairs. And is that fucking imp still down there? Yeah, he's right there. Right, him I am gonna snipe. He's not supposed to be there. Alright, he's gone. Maybe I should just snipe this guy. I've got the arrows for it. And he doesn't seem to mind. He just stands there. Okay, I'm out of those arrows. Fire arrow. Oh, got his head that time. This is riveting gameplay, I know. You can also just drop and fight him. That's fine too. Oh, I'm out of arrows, so that's what we're gonna do. Wow, we won. Now there's another guy, another omen, that's patrolling the outside perimeter here. I don't want to fight him also, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sneak past him and do all the pickups. As soon as I determine where he is. He just does a big circle around the room. Just don't want him to see me. Oh, where he is. So we got 3 hefty beast bones, a grave glovewort 3. I believe he goes clockwise, so if we do this, we shouldn't run into him. There he is. Grave glovewort 3 again. And... prattling pate, wonderful. Oh, he doesn't go circles. He turned around. Don't look at me. Alright, where we want to go next is this hallway straight ahead here. Now here there is, you'll notice a trap to your left behind you as you go this way. And there is an omen coming forward, so we want to make sure he gets hit by that trap. He'll take all 3 arrows like a champion. And he'll stand there and go, what the fuck was that? And let you do it again. He's a real pal. We love that guy. I'm gonna climb up this ladder here. This omen we just have to fight because he's guarding some spirit ashes. And we're obviously not going to be able to grab them without him seeing us anyway. I'm going to go ahead and go two-handed. Oh, he got me! Fuck! So I can roll away and heal. Alright, that's fine. We just do a little backtracking. I'm gonna be powerful when I get enough stamina that I can actually keep attacking. There we go. And the page ashes are right there. So you can summon your own little page friend. Oh yeah, I forgot there was that guy. There's an imp there, watch out. There we got 3 times Old Fang over there. And the lever finally, so now we can just go to the boss room. I'm gonna go ahead and switch this out to the Spelldrake Talisman. Our boss in here is another Erdtree Watchdog. Or a Watchdog, but this one actually shoots magic. Especially watch out for that drop. It's very potent. Easy. And he drops the Kaiden Cell Sword ashes. So you can get your own Kaiden Cell Sword. Bear with me because we still have quite a bit to cover. I don't know how long it's been after the fast forwarding. I think I can level up here. No, I'm 200 away, which means I gotta use one little rune. Alright, I'm actually gonna warp right back to this this grave so we don't have to walk all the way up that cliff again. We're gonna go south from here to the other side of that broken bridge that leads to Limgrave. You'll notice there's a bunch of soldiers over there to the side. I'm gonna ignore them. But I will fight this troll. This is a fun one because he'll actually use that chain that's attached to him as a weapon. If you let him, which I'm not going to. But it's a good bit of detail. So we have a carriage that was hanging out at the broken bridge here. And inside is the Treespear, the faith weapon. So next there's a little cave right over here that we're going to hop down to. I use very carefully these tombstones to hop down there. I might have to kill those soldiers now. Owie. So this jump is just way too much for directly going, but you can use these tombstones. Just carefully lower yourself down. Without taking a lick of damage. See an Arteria leaf on the way, and then where we're actually going is down one more level further. So what I'm gonna do is ride down that that stone. There will be a jellyfish outside of it, which is how you know. And this is another poisonous cave, so I'm going to go ahead and get my cure poison ready, because I will be needing it. I'm also going to do some crafting and make some more fire pots and some fire arrows if I have the bones. Looks like I do. I don't think they need to be very long. Try to avoid these guys whenever I can, so I don't have to waste my my FP. So down this side path, this is optional, but there is a set of armor here that you'll want to get. But you do have to be wary because there are lots of bats, including mama bats. So you see a couple bats over there, and then over on that side, which we can't quite lock onto really, is another one. The arrows are not hitting that one. Come back here. Okay, there's those two down, and then this one is a hard one. Just gonna shoot poison powder in the air, and it is very potent. Hey, get back here. And they're also very grab attacky. Watch out for that too. Hear my stupid poison. Get down on the ground where I can fight you, you coward. There's the grab attack. That does a ton of damage if you let it hit you. We get 15 serpent arrows, a golden rune, and then in the poison is the Sage's set. This set has, I think, the highest focus of a set in the game. I'm also going to go ahead and equip that Sage's robe because it's a straight upgrade to the cloth garb I have on without making me too heavy. Yeah, because I don't have any other options that are better. Background we go. More mushroom mins along the cliffside. There's a bunch more bats up here as well. They're just out of reach. I really gotta get more arrows. And there's 5 glowstones on that corpse. I'm gonna jump across the corpse pile here. There's nothing down in that poison pit except for like a single rune, which is not really worth it in my opinion. So if you want one that really want loot runes that desperately, go for it. You'll notice there's a checkpoint here. Did that bat follow me? Yeah, he did. Good for him. He's a go-getter. You can use fire pots to really easily kill these guys too, because I think they're weak against fire. The mushroom men. And some poison grease right there as well. We will not be needing right away. I should actually make another fire grease though. We can use that. So here is our boss room, our lovely boss room. I'm just gonna go ahead and fire up my weapon before I even get in there. And I will summon for this too, just because I don't want him on me. Oops, that wasn't the summon button. There we go. So the biggest difficulty with this boss room is just that the floor is poison. But we're fighting here the Cleanrot Knight. They are a little weak to fire. They also do some massive holy damage if you let them. And they also cause Scarlet Rot buildup with some moves. I'm not sure this one does actually. Later ones definitely do. That was a little overkill. I didn't need all that stuff to kill him. But he drops the Winged Sword insignia for you, which increases your damage after you hit things like 4 times. You get a temporary damage increase. Which for my build is kind of nice, but I have better need of other talismans. Okay, I'm gonna go back and... Well, actually I don't really need to restore these yet. We're gonna find another grace before we get to another actual area. I'm gonna point something out but not grab it. Along this shore, into the water, there is an arteria leaf. If we can find it. You know what? It's fine. I don't even need to worry about it. I'm just gonna go. There is a prawn that pops out of the water here, though, as you get close to that arteria leaf. So what I'm gonna do is now head north. I can't show you on the map because something has aggroed me. Probably one of these asshole land squirts. But there's some ruins right up here that we're gonna go to, and there's a grace right in front of those ruins. You can really just follow the shaded path to get there. It's just along where the map was. Oh yeah, those guys. I forgot about those guys. Where's that grace? These guys will summon spirits at you, so I just wanna kill. There's the grace. Before I grab the grace, I'm just gonna go over here. This is the Glintstone Craftsman's Cookbook 2. I'm gonna grab the grace and rest here. And then we're gonna clear out Laskyar Ruins real fast. I say dreadingly. It's got one of the other biggest asshole mini-bosses in the game here. A lot of these spirits, though, will just pop up as you come near. I'm just gonna stick to this right side landmass for now. North side, whatever you want to call it. You'll notice there's like a gazebo in the middle here with a gate and an item in front of it. I'm not going there yet. I'm gonna go around and instead, like I missed something. Did I miss something? Yeah. What's this over here? This is a ritual pot. Now we can craft ritual pot items, which I think we only have one for right now. So I'm gonna go around the back of this, over here to the southern side, and there's some more of these revenant guys that are gonna pop up. And I just want to get... You'll see that there's one just hanging out in the middle. That guy's bait. And we want to deal with all of the other enemies before we go and deal with that. Alright, and I'm actually going to summon my soldier friends here, because they'll help. They will help me. Alright, let's kill this guy, and you'll see there's another one that appears in the middle, but this is actually a royal revenant. This guy fucking sucks. I need to... Oh, fuck. Forgot to have my shield out. So we're going to do the same thing again. I'll fast forward through it. Having a good shield is vital against these guys because you just need to be able to block all of those punches. Thank you, soldier. You're so helpful. And he will drop a gross glove too for you. Now there is a cellar here as well we're gonna get to before we go to that gate. Let's see. Got the smithing stone 3 over there. The cellar's hiding up here in the northwest corner. No boss again, just a big empty boss room. And here we get the Wraith calling bell, so we can cast spirits like those little revenants were doing. And next, let's go ahead and see where this teleporter takes us. Why, this takes us to Lucaria Academy. What the hell? No, it's a much easier way, because there are stairs that lead up here, but it's heavily guarded, and it's much easier to clear it from this side. So there's a couple of different portals that'll take you here. That's one of them. There's another one, I think, over on northeastern Liurnia. Go ahead and grab the grace, of course, because we're going to need that. We can't get in, of course, because Taupe's already told us it's locked, but we get here the meeting place map from this corpse. And if you check that in your inventory, it'll say The man it came from surely desired one, the sole means of gaining entry into the academy, a glintstone key. So that's your key to where a key is. But we're not going to do that this part, that'll be tomorrow. I mean, the next chapter. Instead, we are going to clear out Academy Gate Town. I'm going to head south away from the gates, and then instead of going straight to where those barricades are, I'm going to turn right. There's one soldier patrolling over here and a pickup. Blue-white wooden shields right there. Just an easy one to miss, because why would you go over here? This is also the first place in the game we've seen a flame chariot, which is what's ahead there. I'm gonna go ahead and equip the Flame Drake Talisman instead of the Spell Drake Talisman, because these guys have fire. And the best way to deal with these guys is there's a little man in them from the back that you can backstab. And then after you backstab them too, they'll have a really long recovery time, so you can kind of just kill them. It's just sneaking up and getting to that back side of them that's the hard part. And this one has a guaranteed drop of 5 smoldering butterflies and 3 fire blossoms. Southeast side over here, there's some glintstone fireflies for us to pick up. You'll notice you can hear a teardrop scarab, but he's actually below the bridge, so don't worry about him right now. I don't see where those glintstone scarabs are, but let's go talk to this finger reading crone.
You, oh, bless you. Miquella's favor can be yours. Slaughter. The all-hearing slaughtered. But alas, it was for naught. But all you need do is snatch it from the big pot.
This is a very cryptic hint about some story beats. But it's a very important one because it'll get you to an area that you are unable to get to otherwise later in the game. A very large part of the game, in fact. Should be a pickup over here. I think it's a rune arc. Nope, those are those glintstone fireflies I was looking for. You can head down the stairs here. You can see why this would be a pain in the ass to climb up this way. Over here on the right-hand side, there's a corpse on the balcony that's got some Shatter Shard arrows fletched. Actually, I forget what those do. I should check as soon as I kill this guy. And these guys. Creates a resonating noise at the point of impact. What the fuck does that do? Let's equip them and find out. Oh, you can probably use that to distract guys. That makes sense. Okay. Then we go into Gate Town proper. So there's another map down here. You'll notice we don't have a map for this area, so let's go ahead and grab that first. And this area is also crawling with young Albinorics, which look like little frog guys. They're not too tough, but they oh, there's a golden seed. But they will group up on you because there's just a lot of them. I just want to get the grace before I even fight any of them. Which is conveniently located right next to the map. Alright, and then to the northwest there should be a roof right like through here, I think. Where there's a couple more pickups. This is a hard area to navigate just because it's a bunch of sunken buildings that all end up looking the same. But there's some goodies out here to be had. This is it right here. There's a whole bunch of Albinorics. We're gonna go ahead and kill them all. This one does have a freezing spell that he casts on you. This guy up here in the tower. I need the horse to get up there, I forget. Nope, I don't need the horse. So in this chest here, we'll have the Glintstone Craftsman Cookbook 4. There's some arteria leaves over here on this corpse. And then north of this, up here a bit, there is a teardrop scarab that has a somber smithing stone somewhere. There he is. And east of here, we're just going to follow along the eastern path of these ruins. We will find Dialos.
Oh, Lanya. It's me, Dialos. Answer me, would you? Hello, friend. Tell me if you know, would you? The whereabouts of the hidden house of those despicable fiends. The recusants who hunt their fellow tarnished. They laid hands upon my servant Lanya, and I refused to let the insult stand. The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood. I, Dialos, swear to deliver the message. They laid hands on the tale
Okay, that's all we get from him. So we're gonna just run across here and do some pickups real fast. Let's see, I believe there's a chest right here. There's a grace up here. There's a stone sword key like here-ish. And then we're gonna loop around and hit all of the little gazebo islands because pretty much all of them have goodies. So we're gonna do this as fast as I can. Since this is already running kind of long and I still have quite a bit more I wanted to cover. That here? No, this can't be where the stone sword key was. Oh, it's here. That's right. You need to use the horse to double jump up here. There's that other grace. Then we're gonna head back down through here under the staircase. There's some goodies. And I also just want to point this enemy out. Oh, the crystal bud. That's a friend. This is an Iron Virgin. They can be kind of tough. They are weak to lightning and not much else. So when you get the chance, I would steer clear of them. We will have to fight some coming up though. But I'm going to continue underneath this staircase. And then you'll find an area with more revenants. Including this mounted one that we are going to murder. Hold still. Alright, there's a stone sword key over here on another chair corpse. There's also these Mycololias I'm just going to go ahead and grab just because they are rarer. And then we're going to skedaddle. I survive this jump? Probably. Didn't even take stamina damage. Let's go. So, I want my map back, thank you. So we're gonna hit these gazebo islands next. These ones you do have to be really cautious of, because some of them do have just prawns surrounding them. And then, let's see, there's a pickup over here, and then we're gonna swing by here and get another grace. Oops. Stay on the horse, that's what we want. There's a night boss, too, that spawns right through here, so if you're coming here at night, be wary. I would maybe just pass the time, because he's kind of a tough one. We'll deal with him later. Alright, so this gazebo, I don't know if it has an item, but it has a gate that'll just lead you on top of a bridge. We don't need that right now. Just gonna run past all these Albinorics and Miranda Blossoms, because up here we have some smithing stones that we want. And now we're poisoned. Now if you go and hug the cliffs over here on the east side of the lake, you'll run into an area that's got a whole bunch of land squirts, which is where we're going right now. Passing the trees, and they're going to be hiding underneath a bunch of, like, fallen stones. But amongst them we have the land squirt ashes, so you can summon your own little land squirts. Stop here and murder these dogs and this guy. Don't kill me, dogs. That would be very embarrassing. I've died enough today. No, I've died enough today. Stop it. Doing such a good job of it like out, isn't he? Let me get some 3 silver pickled foulfoots. Those will increase your item discovery rate. So if you're trying to farm a specific item from somebody, those are fantastic to have. Helps if I actually clear these. So we're gonna hop up here. Gonna get on the horse to make it a little faster. There's a grace I just want to grab. There's so many graces in the Liurnia Lakes, man, it's ridiculous. You'll notice Hayata has moved here now, but we're not going to talk to her yet because it's going to be a while before we have a sugary grape for her. So I just want to get this grace so I can get back here easily. Then I'm going to hop down here and let's just check the map real fast first. So there's some smithing stones, I think, in that one, but it's also got some prawns that are super vicious. I'm gonna take my chance at it, but I might have to, actually, you know what? Let's just spend these runes so I don't have to worry about it. That way if they kill me, I can just give a wide berth. That one what? That is the question. Let's get a little more stamina. You can see one just like laying in the water here, kind of concealed. He won't pop up until you actually approach the gazebo. So there's more smithing stone 3s. This should let me upgrade my weapon. I just want to get out of here alive. I want to get out of here alive. Alright, I think they didn't even chase me that time, so that's perfect. So next we're going to be heading down here to this little island. Kill this guy along the way. I just don't like them. I think they're rude.
Hello? Hello? Please. Over here. Hello. It's rather chilly here, isn't it? My mistress sent me off on an errand, but I was accosted by a ruffian. And now I'm in a bind. Could I ask you lend a hand, perhaps? That thug made off with a precious necklace. I need someone to retrieve it. Only, he too is tarnished. If you've any qualms confronting your own, I shall find another. Oh, thank you dearly. What a blessing that we've met like this.
You meet some of the best
Thug should be
NPCs right now.
resting at an abandoned home down the way. Please, I must have the necklace back.
That's Raya. She'll introduce herself officially later. Next we're gonna head over to this island. There is the telescope, the bird's eye telescope nearby here too if you want to look. But mostly you just see a bunch of mist and trees. There's yet another grace here.
Oh, well. It's been a long while. It's me, Patches the Untethered. I'm still in business, if you can believe it. Now I'm my only supplier, so I haven't got much. But everything here is top-notch. Patches Emporium, now open in Raya Lucaria. By the way, have you met that girl, Raya? She's a strange one, but I believe she was in need of help. Not that it's any of my business, but if she rings your bell, why not lend her an ear? You're making your way to the Erdtree, no? Well, I heard something that might help. A special
special means of reaching your destination. Have you ever seen an Iron Virgin? The clunky contraptions are whirlwinds of sickles and spiked wheels. But long ago, they were endowed with a spell of transposition. And get this, a surviving virgin sits at the bottom of the big water wheel in the Academy of Rhea Lucaria. Its transpositional powers fully intact. So right, if you get caught in it on purpose, it'll chuck you out straight at the base of the Erdtree. Or so I'm told.
The fucked up thing is that that's true. It's actually true. He's not just fucking with you. It actually happens. We'll do that much later. Don't worry. And I think we forgot. Yeah, he's actually got Missionary's Cookbook too, so we're gonna grab that from him. Can't afford this stone sword key yet though, so we'll get that another time.
Cheers for that.
And goodbye to Patches. So Raya mentioned that the thug was resting at a little shack nearby, and that is right up here. Yet another grace.
What are you looking at? You trying to start something, mate? Ah, that necklace what you're after, is it? Well, show me what it's worth to you, and I'll consider parting ways with it. I'm not in love with it or nothing. You're a shrewd one, Chief. First, you hand me the runes. And don't try nothing, neither.
You can just kill this guy and get the necklace too, but why would I do that? He's a bro. He's my friend.
Alright. Take it. Thing's no damn use to anyone anyway. Your bloody idea, mate. Don't come crying to me later. Oh, piss off. What is it now? Oh, I see. You want some of me prawn? Freshly cooked it is. All right then. It's yours. If you can meet me price. I could be persuaded to sell you some other bits too. If you've got the runes. Oh. So you met the girl, did you? All right, well, sod the particulars of the matter. But it ain't my fault she's stupid enough to get duped, is it? Anyway, she ain't all right, that one. Lucky she ain't died on the bloody roadside, I reckon.
Says other bits too, but all he really sells you is the boiled prawn, which we want though. We're gonna spend as much of that as we can right now because that increases your physical damage negation, which with the build I'm doing is very important.
You're tarnished too, ain't you? Can you see it then? The guidance of grace, I mean. I can't see it at all no more. Makes no bloody sense anyway. Why some no-name shithead like me should get called to the lands between. Cruel bloody joke, you ask me. Maybe something went tits-up with it. Maybe it's been broke for a good long time. The Erdtree, I'm saying. Never met someone with a taste for prawn I couldn't trust. We'd make good mates, I reckon. I'll be seeing you.
So we made a new friend. We love Blackguard. He's great. It gives you the spread out emote for that too. So next we're gonna head southwest here. There should be a another crystal tier hiding up here. Surrounded a few by Albinurix. I'm just gonna grab it and run. Ow. That's the dexterity, not crystal tier, which increases your dexterity temporarily. So let's go back to Raya and give her her necklace back. The dusk looks really nice, doesn't it?
thug should be resting at an abandoned please. Oh yes. That is my missing necklace. Thank you kindly. I am in your debt. Did I forget to announce myself? I am Raya, in the service of Lady Tanith of the Volcano Manor. I seek Stalwart Tarnished, who might join our house. You are very brave yourself. Not only a steady hand, but a steady heart. Merciless, even to your own kind.
Well, actually, I paid him for it, but don't worry about it.
Is precisely what my mistress seeks. Please, take this. Brave Tarnished. Seek the Altus Plateau, the realm of the Erdtree. Most Tarnished are doomed to wander the outskirts of the lands between, peering wistfully at the towering Erdtree. But you are no ordinary Tarnished. And once that is proven, the Volcano Manor will fully extend its invitation to fight amongst a family of champions. Oh, and one more thing, only for you. This land of Liurnia is connected to the Altus Plateau by the Grand Lift of Dectus, beyond the high road. But the lift has been defunct for an age, meaning there's no simple means of passage. Instead, you must seek the old ruins in the cliff, at the base of the valley, near the Grand Lift. There's an old tunnel. It was excavated from both ends, linking Liurnia to the Altus Plateau. I have faith in you. A champion through and through. I do hope that we can meet again.
Goodbye, Raya. But yeah, she's telling you there's an alternate way to get up to Altus Plateau. It's actually just barely on our map. She's talking about this place right up here. You can also use the lift if you have both lift pieces, but as you recall, one of them was in Fort Theroth in Dragon Barrow, which is very far away from where we are. So next, let's go ahead and there's a couple of more of these guys. I'm gonna warp back over to Boil Prawn Shack to make it faster. This first one has 3 smithing stone 2s, and it's also surrounded by prawn, but they're sleeping, so you can usually get in and out before they notice you. Well, they noticed me. That's okay. We'll just run away. We'll just run away. We can get behind the trees that'll block the spit. And this next one has another grace. And I think I'm actually going to call it here. I was going to go a little bit further, but I've already been recording for a couple of hours, and I don't want this to go too long. So next time we will be covering the village of the Albanorex, and then we're going to go up and do the northeast part of here, and hopefully also Raya Lucaria. We'll see where it takes us, so stay tuned. And thank you guys for watching. You have a great day.